Question for today. What is codependency? Oh my gosh. Codependency, I'm going to talk about it in a number of different ways. And the first way I'm going to talk about it is what I don't like about the word. And that is it's a negative label. It's shaming. It's demeaning. And what really irritates me about that word is when families start to get education about addiction, they are called codependents. And that really has upset me for years because I've had addiction in my own family, and not everyone in the family was codependent. However, the whole family is referred to as codependent. And so this language, this shame comes from hundreds of years ago or thousands of years ago, and it is in the culture. And everyone seems to have this idea that codependency is that families with an addicted loved one are codependent, and it's their fault because they're codependent. And I want you to know that it's not your fault. And I really, really dislike the fact that families are shamed. Now, here we go, big flip. The other side of it is there's so much really good information underneath this negative label called codependency. And here's some of the good information. Codependency generally is where one person will make sacrifices of their needs, of themselves for someone else. And they will do this over and over and over in many situations. Why? Because they learn to do that as a child. And maybe they felt they had to do that as a child to actually be loved or taken care of by their caregiver. I'm raising my hand here because that was me when I was growing up. There's a lot of good information under codependency. The other thing that I want you to know is there's no science behind codependency. And what I see that's really connected with that word is a way of loving, how we show concern and love of another person. We end up putting ourselves automatically in a down power role so we can help someone else. And from a child standpoint, and I'll speak for myself, quite frankly, putting myself in a down power role in relationship to my mother so I could get her love. Does it always play out exactly like that? Well, no. However, the general dynamics are, instead of people relating like this on a level playing field, it's like, boom, putting myself in a down power role automatically. I can get the love from this person here, and when I get the love, then I'll feel that we're on the same, then I'll feel my own self-worth. I don't like the negative label that comes with shaming. I don't like the fact that the whole addiction recovery industry continues to use that label. And I don't like the fact that academic institutions that teach people like me use that language, use that shaming tone, because then they teach other people to, for instance, shame family members. And family members, it just contributes to them feeling like it's their fault. And it's not that simple. There may have been some things that you did that you would do differently now that you know new information and that you've practiced it. There may be some things that you do differently. But what I want to say is, unless we are out to hurt other people or are evil, we do the very best we can in the moment based on the resiliency of our nervous system and our own interest in surviving, quite frankly. And oftentimes that means we need to win. Anyhow, codependency, it's a huge topic. Know that coming into family addiction engagement training, I do my best to be aware of my own training to shame other people. I like to say that family addiction engagement training is a shame-free zone. That said, I know I can say something and people are going to interpret it in many different ways, and I have no control over how other people interpret it. If you come into family addiction engagement training and I say something and you feel shamed, please let me know. Because if I don't know, then I can't change. I hope to see you